Where would you like to see your characters develop in the future? I mean, obviously Toby's sitting right over there, but you know, just
I just
personally,
like to get changed. I would just like
I brought that up. I'm pulling for you.
Thank you. I think all the women in the world are.
But I was saying how fortunate you were to at least be comfortable.
Yes, that was
you know, you got the
mistake.
stretchy pants, you got the boots, you got the cute sweater, but the tank underneath, and it's just like, all right, the only thing you're missing is the scrunchie to pull your hair back on occasion.
Yeah.
So at least it could be
Well, I
worse.
let the scrunchie go because, you know, the whole thing of TV and, but it's Ugg boots. Genius move.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I am comfortable.
You're in your PJs every day.
I can't complain.
Yeah.
I can't complain at all. Having done my fair share of toddling around in heels at 1 o'clock in the morning on a cold beach or whatever shoot, it's like cruel punishment. So Annie's comfortable and she's warm, and yeah, it's fine. And it actually really helped when when I'm in that costume, I'm Annie, and it's kind of a uniform.
But I'm also still pulling, since you can make teas, since you can clean, since you can move things around, I still think you should be able to change.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm pushing still.
This was the whole conversation before.
I don't know. This is the great thing about working with that brilliant writer over there, is that you just trust him that whatever journey he's going to send your character on, you're going to love it. And I don't know where I'd like Mitchell to go. I'd like him to be in the hands of Toby Whithouse, and I'm happy with that, really. That's an easy answer, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
I think I've never worked on a job where I've anticipated the next script so much.
Oh.
And I remember when we got episode, I think it was 4 and 5, or 4 and 5 last. Yeah, and I wasn't there. I was in London, and and these guys got it, and they were on the phone to me telling me what was happening. I couldn't wait till I got back to read the script, and it was so exciting. It's so exciting.
Didn't we sit and watch a rough assembly one day?
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
I remember
He was like, please wait. He was like, yeah, you're waiting.
And they did not wait.
Yeah. It was like, they called you afterwards. So
it was such a strange moment.
But absolutely, yes, I second that. I totally trust where Toby goes with it.
Of course, he is sitting right
He's
there.
sitting right there.
Wow.
If you want us to clean the room, then we'll talk about it.
Contractually, I have to be.
I'd like to meet George's mum.
That's the last time you're going to say that. Jesus.
Mr. Turner, the vampire love scenes with Lauren, I find them really hot and sexy. But when you film them, like, you know, with all the fake vampire blood and all that, is it kind of gross, or?
I love it. No. Well, it's not as gross. You would think. Funny, the girl who played Lauren, or Annabelle is her name, she you know, they use this, obviously it's fake blood, but it tastes like mint. It tastes like mint, and it's like mint treacle. So I just love treacle, and I love all these hands together. You got my favourite thing. But she was gagging all the time. I mean, every between every take, because we were completely covered in it. It was definitely the blood, right? But she had trouble with it. But yeah, no, those scenes are strange. I mean, all those you talk about kind of sex scenes and stuff like that, and they're incredibly unsexy when you're doing them. They're so bloody technical, and you got to hit marks even more so because you're closer, and you got to watch shadows and this and that and the other. So you know, they can be quite difficult to do, but it's a laugh. I mean, when you go to get changed, you look yourself in the mirror and you see yourself completely caked in blood, and you go, "What? This is my job."
All the characters obviously torn between two worlds, but it would seem that Mitchell has really got in some ways, the biggest struggle. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just don't know if you agree with that or not, or you, in the sense of dealing with Herrick and whole vampire society and.
Yeah, no, I think all three characters on a level playing field. I mean, I think they're on each individual affliction is as important or as serious as the other one. I mean, I think he's been around a lot longer. He's been around for a century, and these guys obviously haven't been. So I mean, I guess he's had to deal with himself for a lot longer, you know. I mean, if you're the type of person that hates what you're doing, could you imagine doing that for a century? I mean, I can't imagine that, the torment that would.
But I also mean being pulled in by Herrick and trying to be pulled back into that society.
Yeah.
Whereas the others are struggling with what
they are.
But
it's like an inner torment.
But Mitchell's really got to be.
Sure, but maybe even that's easier sometimes, because I mean, when you have that outside influence, it's something that you can immediately kind of clash heads with. Whereas if it's yourself, it's an inner thing, and then you got to deal with yourself. And we all run away from our own problems, don't we? So I mean, I guess if anything, it makes it slightly easier. And he knows Herrick so long, he knows that world so well. You know, so I guess he just, you know, he's I don't know.
Okay.
Your scream when you turn into a werewolf is just the most bone-chilling, it just the pain that it conveys. It's amazing. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you very much.
I've saw him do it on set. Do you remember that one day when you were changing in the place and man, I mean, I think you lost your voice. You gave just so much, screaming his lungs out for hours and hours and hours and giving it everything on every take. I remember really respecting when you did that the first time. I think we grew as a friend.
Stop.
Sure.
The first time you respected it.
Oh, the vocal cords and that stuff.
It was, well, I think one of the things about the show, being a werewolf, you have to show the pain of it. And if I did it and everyone was like, what's going on? Right, that doesn't look real. Then it would just completely ruin it. So I knew that the pressure was on to just give it 1,000,000%. So I do. And it's normally at the end of every sort of block, so I have a couple of days just to chill out and relax. But I'm naked as well. So
I do appreciate the beginning of the first show where you're just like naked running in a field. I was just like, that's a good way to start a show.
That scene I'm walking up there, that was like a film and a field and they can't cut it off and there's some guy walking his dog. Looking at my
It was like, wow.
Is anyone going to stop this guy? No. Keep walking and you just stop and stare at me, that's fine.